It'd be a great thing to come back and watch.
It's just
You don't
Mike
even have
scrolling through
juice.
shit
What's
for
up
an
with
hour.
that?
Speaking of which, you guys know the what's that? It's the Grim After Dark podcast, the one that happens on Monday nights. I was one of their first like subscribers when they opened up subscribers. They did it a few weeks ago, and
I like that your audio is now.
I changed my I changed my my name on YouTube to School Bus 40K because we were doing these Juicecast things, and so when I subscribed to them, it said School Bus, and they fucking made fun of me. They're like, "Oh, it's the short bus." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I signed up for their thing, to give them money, and they just made fun of me.
Yeah, you're paying them, and they just make fun of you.
It was great. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of trash, our next list is 1,000 Suns list. Who does have Ahriman in it? So we've got Ahriman, we've got an Exalted Sorcerer, Magnus, and a Sorcerer and Terminator armor. So a little bit different. The Terminator guy's got the Amethyst Crystal, so I think he's going to be teleporting some Terminators.
So is Magnus good now?
Magnus is good.
Or is he?
He has a good ability. I forgot what it does. It's
plus 1 a hit and wound within range of him.
Yeah.
He's actually a really big utility build now.
Yeah. He's got good shooting too, doesn't he? His psychic guns are pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
3d3 shots, devastating wounds.
Yeah.
That are 923.
All right, got a squad of 5 rubrics with these look like bolters. Another 5 rubrics with bolters. Another 5 rubrics with bolters. More bolters. More bolters.
Some of them have inferno bolt guns.
More bolters. That's they're the special 1,000 Suns get better bolters. Then you've got a Rhino with free warrior. You got your Beast. You got your Brick of Terminators and a Zangor Enlightened. That's really cool. They have the bows too. Perfect. Those are awesome. Your list is still trash, but I like the Zangor Enlightened.
What does he even do?
They're just 3 Zangors that are right around on discs that shoot.
They're gonna shoot arrows at Space Marines.
Yeah, they're just chickens on discs, and they move fast.
I remember when Kurt first ran them, and they
were sick.
They had poison weapons or something weird.
A long time ago,
March,
we played. You and I played.
So they have precision now on the great bows, so you can actually snipe characters if it pops off.
Yeah, I mean,
that's actually pretty sick.
Is the damage even good enough to do any damage to characters though?
It's 2 damage if it wounds. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Used to be 4 strength, 0 AP, 1 damage. So that's cool. They got buffed.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Manuel, he's playing demons. What a fucking god!
It's the really cool list.
Is this the same list I had out in my garage?
I think it is, except for
he has Flesh Hounds. Okay.
Yeah, he has Flesh Hounds, which I wanted to ask why.
This was the other list I was debating on running. So he's got Bellicor, a great unclean one, which I like a lot. Kairos, Lord of Change, Shalaxi, which is the best demon unit in the book. The Changeling, which might be the best demon unit in the book, depending on how you look at it. 2 squads of Nurglings, 3 Flamers, 6 Flamers, and instead of another 3 Flamers, he has Flesh Hounds. I imagine they do anti-psycho.
Do they have
stuff.
Scout?
Do they do anything cool like Scout or Forward Deploy now? What do they do now? Anybody know?
They move a lot. They're beasts, so they can move through the ruins. They do actions, basically.
Okay. Do they have assault guns to advance and do actions?
One guy has a flamer.
That's cool.
The main dog.
Nice.
That's one flame.
That's cool.
Oh, they can also heroic intervention for 0.
Oh, that's pretty neat. This is a good list.
Yeah. Manuel's forcing me to shoot dogs again. What a fucking savage.
I know.
Yeah.
Outside of the Flesh Hounds, I had this exact list in my. Actually, it's still in there. I just haven't played it.
It's still on there, yeah.
I put it up and I just never played it. But that's cool that you're playing it. I can see how you do.
Yeah, I try different stuff with demons. I played maybe 12 games with demons in 10, and this is, I think, one of them.
How do you use your Great Unclean one, if you mind me asking? Do you just throw him somewhere and be like, well, this thing's not going to die and he's going to sit here? Or does he actually do any damage?
He can do damage, but he's just a sponge. Yeah. I usually sit him on the center if there's a center objective, or I deep strike him on the back line so he uses traction.
Okay.
That is really hard to like remove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the endless gift?
I think it's a 4.
It's yeah. It's a 5-up in feel no pain outside of shadow and 4-up in shadow.
Yeah. And Bellicor provides a 6-inch aura of being in shadow, which is super neat. This is a cool list.
Yeah,
Kairos has an indirect gun. Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
It's really silly. All right. All right. Here we go. The best list of the night.
It's not. This is a I don't want to move my models list.
Yeah. That's what I'm playing.
Is it a short AS
It is.
list? Short ass list?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And then
Yep.
All right. We've
I
got
try to theme everything.
we've got
Okay.
Lord Leonidas himself, the platoon
Hey,
commander.
read the list name first, dude. What the
I did,
fuck?
and
I
then-
just
and
did.
then- and then-
I just did.
Alright. Just making sure.
All
You have
right.
to say it in the accent, though.
I can't do
Jesus.
the accent. I can't do the
Nah,
accent.
nah, I can't do it either. I can't do it without being insensitive.
So you got one squad of trash. Oh, you have a mortar in your infantry squad.
And I have a mortar in my platoon squad.
Okay. Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Basilisk. Okay. You have a Lehman Russ, 2 Lehman Russ demolishers. You got a
Yep. 2
Manticore.
demolishers.
Why don't you run 3 Manticores and 1 less demolisher?
I don't own 3 manticores.
Well, you suck.
I do.
3 squads of 2 Scout Sentinels to bring them back
Yep.
for free, right?
Well, to buff my indirect, they
oh,
also have the 100 kilo missiles.
Okay.
They have. I guess I chose las cannons. I guess they all have las cannons.
Yeah. Las cannons. I think the list you sent me had plasma.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll take las cannons.
All right.
I guess I need it if I need to shoot something far away.
3 squads of Scions, I guess, to do actions. Wyverns,
Actions
I
or
don't
enemy
know what
lines
those do.
or engage.
What are Wyverns? Are they another LOS?
Wyverns are mortar tanks. They're LOS tanks with
Okay.
twin link. They ignore cover. They I mean they're shittier versions of the heavy weapon teams.
And then it looks like you have an Imperium list with 2 exaction squads.
I do because
You just do that.
because it's free.
Max playing the good old World Eaters. That's cool. Let's see who he's got. What do World Eaters do in 10th edition? Well, they bring Angron. They still bring Lord Avocado and a Demon Prince. He's got 2 Jackal squads, which are just like cultists. You still bring 8-bound. Okay. Well, this actually looks a lot similar to the list he ran at the last event.
Yeah, it's I have these models, don't want to buy new ones. Let's
Yeah.
figure this shit out.
Makes sense. What does
Now
what does Invocatus do nowadays?
the exact same thing, except for he doesn't have the +2 to move aura.
Okay.
But I mean, he attaches to a unit, gives that unit Scout 6, and then gives 2 additional units Scout 6.
Oh shit! So he's better because he used to only do 2 units before, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's 3?
2 units and himself.
Oh, I see. Okay, but he's in a.
So now,
he's-
I mean, technically it's better because
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, he's going to the 6-man
Yeah.
Exalted squad, moving the other 2 up, and then the regular 8-bound squads are moving up.
does
as
he
well.
still fly?
Sadly, no.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Sadly, no. He's not running on his trail of blood.
I liked explaining that to people I played against that my guy
As-
flies.
As did I. It brought me much joy telling them that this man on a rhino is able to fly.
All right, this is a cool list. I want to see how this does. I'll
But yeah, I mean, the Demon Prince is there to give the Jackals a 4-up emblem. So
nice.
I was about to ask, what's the helm do? I don't know if I missed it.
it halves incoming damage.
Oh,
So the idea is to do always having 5-up or 6-up feel no pain, having damage with a 4-up emblem on a Demon
Pretty
Prince.
that's tough. That's a tough one.
So yeah, the idea is to try to beat Death Guard at their own game.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to throw my Guardian Spears into that guy for sure. That would suck. Speaking of my Guardian Spears, my list.
Into the real best list.
Yeah. Yeah. So running Custodius. I've got 2 shield captains. One of them's got an enhancement that lets me move when you get close to me and lets me fall back, shoot, and charge. So it's pretty cool. And then I have 3 squads of 10 custodian guard. They're all identical. They've got 8 spears, 2 shields, and a vexilla, which gives them OC3, which is pretty great.
Also garbage.
Yeah, custodian guard are pretty good now. I've got a prosecutor squad because you can only bring 2 exaction squads. I've got a Caladius assassin because he's got loan up and he teleports. Then I've got 2 exaction squads. That's my entire list. Actually, pretty much my list is right here. Right here. 3 custodian guard squads. That's all my army is.
I wanted to ask, why no wardens?
So when I was making this list, I wanted to make a list where I didn't have to think. And if you target my wardens, I have to make a decision about using my fort field of pain or not. And I don't want to make decisions. That's why.
It's very true. It's very true.
Also, I think just more bodies is better. I think the
Yeah, it's true.
custodian guard are better.
Wardens are only 6-mans, right?
Yeah. Yeah, when you use strats on them, you get more value out of them. But I'm biased. That's just my opinion. Yeah, so that's my list. Moving on, we've got Nick Hernandez, another Black Templar player.
Except for he's actually using other models besides
Is he? Besides
2.
Crusaders. Okay.
Yes.
More than 3 types of models in his army?
I guess. I didn't know that.
That's in the
know.
range? Is that legal?
I didn't know Black Templars had access to anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, we got Castle. I don't even know what that is.
It's
Grimaldi.
It's like a captain.
Castellan's I think it's captain.
Does it give you the free strat? Like
I'll
captains
look.
do? Anyway.
That's definitely a question.
He's got Grimaldus. I think it's the Feel No Pain is what he gives. I have no idea what the Chaplain and Terminator does, or whatever this thing is. I have no idea what that is.
Castellan gives the unit lethal hits, and his unit can shoot, declare a charge when they fall back.
Okay. Who can he lead, like Crusaders or something?
Assault Intercessors, Infernus Squads, Intercessors, Primaris Crusader Squad, Primaris
Damn.
Sword Brethren, or Stern Guard Veteran.
Alright.
And you can attach him even if there's already a captain or a chapter master attached.
That's cool. Alright, I got a Crusader Brick. We got a Repulsor, Eradicator Squad, 2 Eradicator Squads, an Infernus Squad. I didn't think people actually use those. Infiltrators, Primaris Sword Brethren, Veteran Squad, and a Terminator Assault Squad. Okay, this is probably better than Austin's list.
That's what I was saying. It looks.
What do you mean?
It's got
Probably.
different
It's
stuff
like-
in it.
Whew.
The Chaplain and Terminator
Anyway, Austin
armor.
just sucks. Austin sucks. He's a terrible player. His army lists are bad.
The Chaplain and Terminator gives +1 to the wound roll in melee, and a 4 at Feel No Pain versus mortals.
So you have to pay extra points to have that. You don't just get that. Your armies don't just get 4 at Feel No Pain against mortals. Not every army has.
Mike, not every army is custodians, okay? Like,
And
Shane,
he's comparing him to the Golden Boys.
we have another Tyrannus player, Shane Martin. I'm already a fan of this list.
He has Old One Eye. Yeah.
He's got Old One Eye, the Barbed Hardle, 2 Carnifexes, an Exocrine, Screamer Killer. The new kit is pretty cool.
Isn't that like the worst model on the Tyranid line or something? I remember people
I don't know.
talking about it.
I don't know. All of my Tyranids are still in a box right over there. I haven't touched. I actually haven't built hardly anything out of my Leviathan box.
What's the Barbed Harrow duel? Is that the flying thing?
I think it's those are Forge World, right? They were meta for a while when like what was the meta back then? It was the
Crusher
Yeah, it's-
Stampede.
Yeah, Crusher Stampede. Yeah, they were Crusher Stampede.
this is all like big bugs.
This is all big bugs, yeah.
Triple Renifex? Ooh.
Yeah, triple He's got 3 Tyrannifexes. So we have 2
Oh.
Tyranids lists that have 3 giant dick Tyrannifex in their list. Very
With a big fuck up gun.
Yeah, big fuck off gun. That's a cool list. Not near as many as brains as Kurt has, but we'll see how it
Could
goes.
use more brains.
Same amount of dicks though.
getting to the bottom of the list where this list belongs. We have Tim's list. He's playing Imperial Knights. Because when your army's no good, you just print a new one.
I think he has some real ones in there.
Canis Rex.
So he's the double Overwatch guy, right?
I don't know any of the rules for Imperial Knights. He is the
so he overwatches for free.
Okay. Does he have a flamer or anything cool, or is it still just that like disruptor gun or whatever?
It's the big gun. It does lots.
You can
on the data sheet. It says
do,
it has like 6 shots. It ends with like 16.
Well, you can do 2 different types. You can do a high intensity, which is higher strength, more AP, more damage, less shots. Or you can do 2d6 shots, and both have sustain hits 1. But he
Does he spawn a little dude when he dies? Or is that not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir Hector.
Sir Hector.
The model doesn't count as being killed until the little Sir Hector boy dies.
I like that a lot.
That rule is so funny.
We've got a Cerastus Knight Castigator. That is the guy with lots of shots, I think, and the sword. Castigator. He's got like before he had like 20 shots and a sword. Maybe not.
Yes, it's like the huge heavy bolter.
Yeah. We've got a Castellan.
Mental has that model
with the Plasma Decimator. So we've got 2 of these Castellans running around. So that.
Is Plasma Decimator ignore Invuln?
I don't know. It's the big gun.
It sounds like the biggest one, right?
I don't think there's anything that ignores Invuln.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? The Castellan?
The Plasma Decimator? Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's the big plasma gun. It's not the volcano cannon.
Yeah,
it's either 822 or 933.
Okay.
What's the volcano lance profile?
D3 shots blast 18 5 D6 plus 8.
Plus 8? Oh my god.
Yeah, so if you touch him, he can't shoot you.
Alright.
But he can just shoot everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know
he
if
also
you guys-
rerolls. He rerolls damages of 1 versus monsters and vehicles.
Good luck, boys.
Yeah, big targets. Watch out.
It's got 3 Helvrins, or Helvrin and
2
3
Helvrins.
3 Armigers.
Yeah.
And then we've got 1 exaction squad with all of this war gear.
It's so stupid. He could.
Did he bring them all? Though? He brought them all.
Yeah, he brought them all.
Okay. I didn't bring them all with mine.
I think he was just going through and clicking on the stuff.
I didn't want to model them all, so I didn't do that. All right, we've got one more list. We've got Tim's list.
Timothy Sweet.
He's got a CSM list. He's got Chaos Lord with Aya Zinch. It's like a CP regen thing. Harkin's actually decent now. He does some pretty cool stuff. He's got a
his spear has precision.
Yeah, he has some pretty good like abilities on his units too. Got a Doom Prince, a Slanesh one with 5-up Feel No Pain. Legionnaires. I think they're all Zinch. Yeah, they're all Zinch because he wants to put the Chaos Sword in one of them. Chaos Bikers with Nurgle. You bring Nurgle for the you can't shoot me strat outside of 12, which is kind of cool. Havocs are undivided for the reroll strat. Hellbrood is Slanesh, so you can advance shoot and charge, which is pretty cool. He's got 2 fists and flamers. Nurgle Blitz. Raptors are undivided because they have to be, because Harkin's going to lead them. And then he's got Warp Talents. It's a big squad of Warp Talents. So he's got 2 like big squads of 10 flying dudes. It's got more teeth than you think it does. I played against it a few times.
190 for the Raptor squad?
Yeah, for 10 of them. Yeah, and Harkin goes in that squad. And I think he gives them some buffs. I think it's like +1 to hit, +1 to wound or something. It's pretty good.
I think it's on charge.
Yeah. He does mortals when they charge too, which is good.
He was deleting some what are the golden boys with the huge halberd?
Yeah.
What are those called?
When he leads a unit, each time this model's unit ends a charge, select an enemy with an engagement range of that model's unit. roll a d6 for each model in this unit. On 4-ups, he does mortal wounds.
Yeah.
And
no
he has
cap
this
on that
weird.
either.
Yeah, there's no cap. It's just you roll dice equal to your squad size. He has some stupid battle shock aura that I don't think came into effect.
It came up in my game, but it battle shock. I just didn't roll lower than a 6. But yeah, those are all the lists. We went through the rules and everything, so let's wrap up with some banter here. Who am I gonna pick on first? Who's been quiet this whole time? I'm gonna pick on somebody who's been quiet.
Louise.
Jake. Who is winning this tournament, and why is it not you?
It's not me because there's a lot of monsters and vehicles, and Grey Knights can't kill any of that. So I'm just going to be zipping around having a good time in the meantime.
Well, you're going to score secondaries.
If he wanted to win, he would have brought Necrons.
Yeah, we're on the same boat, Jake. Let me tell you what.
I liked the Chaos Demon list.
The Demon list is looking really good.
All the big ones in it, and the dogs look like they'll fill in the little speedy things you need to get secondaries.
Are they 3 or 4 models or 4 wounds?
They're usually 2 wounds.
The dogs are only 2?
I think so. Unless they changed. They were 2 before.
Oh.
Yeah, they're 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Manuel. Who wins this tournament, and why is it you?
No, it's not me. I don't think so. CSM is really
Glances
strong.
at his rack of medals.
I like that CSM list and the Custodes list also. Mike, your list is really good.
I also think my list is good, but we'll see. We'll see how well I can screw it up.
Mike is also really...
I was interested in seeing Aaron's Custodes list, but he's not here. Did he drop?
He can't make it. He told me. I mean, he told me like a month ago, when we first announced it.
Because he does got a big Custodes. Yeah, I think
he always brings the big old gunship.
Yeah. Who else? Who has an opinion on who does well in this tournament? Actually, let me ask a question. Who's here?
I missed the Grey Knights and the
Poppy
other
Chulo,
thousands.
You're Max, right?
No, you said my name correctly. It's Poppy Chulo.
Poppy Chulo. Who gets last place at this event?
Depends on how hammered I get, so probably me.
Okay.
Good
It's supposed to
answer.
be a roast. You can't roast yourself when we're roasting.
How many juices in, though?
Yeah.
Depends on how many margaritas I put into Adam.
Okay.
I do have to ask. Are you guys making a Juice Mosa container? Are you pre-making a Juice Mosa in a big ol'?
I think the fun is
gallon
making
jug
while you're there, because you
Now,
don't know the
are you
ratio.
guys going to? Are you going to supply Juice Mosas?
I don't think anyone knows about Juice Mosa except the Street Fighter gang.
All I know is that I had drank 4 of them and then I fell asleep at Kurt's house.
Is that what happened at Street Fighter?
I pretty much I fell asleep for like a half hour and then I woke up and I was like, they gave me coffee and stuff. That was good.
I saw you say, I'm still at Kurt's house. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like 4:30.
We were there till like 6:30.
I was wondering how you got home.
Even came back and everything. I ordered pizza again. I was hammered. So, you guys want more food?
When he came home, we played what's that other fighting game?
Soul
Calibur, and she PKO'd me. I couldn't even hit her.
Yikes.
Luis, who do you think wins this tournament? And who gets last place too? We should give out wooden spoons or whatever it's called.
I mean, I can make it. Yeah. I can make one.
Give me top 3. Don't tell me one person. Give me top 3.
Top 3 for losing?
No, for winning.
I think bottom 3.
It's bottom 3.
Top 3.
Give me your bottom 3.
I mean, we're all bottoms here.
I mean, I'm a power bottom, but that's besides the point. Yeah. Top 3, I'd say. Man, I kind of miss half the list review, but based just on the factions, I think Mike actually has a real chance of winning it this time.
Just give him 4 juice moses.
As long as he doesn't have too many juice moses, yep. That's a very big stipulation.
I disagree. I think that no matter how many juice moses I can't screw up my army. I'll lose because
there's your challenge.
Challenge accepted then. So if Mike loses because he had not enough juice moses.
I just have to be coherent for the first turn. I just move my guys into position and then they just survive the whole game.
I was gonna say I've seen a trend with Mike's lists. They're getting less and less interactive.
Yes. Well, I was really bummed with Harlequins this 10th edition. But what else, Luis? Keep going.
They died.
Yeah, so Mike is definitely top 3 as long as he doesn't have too many juice moses or too little. There's a balance, right? And then I think the demons list is pretty solid. You got a lot of utility, a lot of primary play, I think. So I'd say probably at least second for the demons list, and then first place.
It's okay, you can save me.
Honestly, I'm kind of thinking the World Eaters guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
that's him.
I don't know.
I just have a soft spot for Angron. I think he's a legend in the right, theme and the right context,
Yeah.
Well,
you brought him last event, didn't you?
I bring him every event.
Yeah.
Nice.
He brought him on turn 1, and on turn 2, and on turn 3, and on turn 4, and on turn 5.
I was gonna ask, does he still come back with the?
Yeah, he's just harder to bring
blood
back.
tithe and all that stuff. Do they still have blood tithe points?
So no, it's like it's kind of like a fate dice thing at the beginning of every command phase. I roll 8 dice and then I get to choose 2 upgrades for my army.
Based on the rolls?
Based on the rolls. So if I can advance and charge. I could do like lethal and exploding hits, fight on death, 6 up, feel no pain, +2 to move. So it's pretty. What's it called?
Random.
Well, not really.
So if you spike and get like a bunch of 5s and 6s, is that just like easy 2 turns kind of thing, or?
Well, yeah, and especially with this list, I built it hypermobile, so I want to see like, okay, I'm gonna be mid-board turn 1, and in your deployment zone by the fight phase. If I choose advance and charge and +2 to move, I really need to like choose my targets wisely.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I've rolled it, the exalted 8-bound can consistently do enough damage to kill a knight in 1 round of combat.
Holy shit.
But that's depending on if Tim decides to roll like a mortal or not. So with his feel no pains.
Kurt, what are you gonna do with your tournament winnings?
Buy more brains.
He's gonna refill his juice stock.
I'm actually very disappointed that you don't have a single mouse scepter in your brain list.
Alright.
There's not room.
Make room. Okay?
There's not room.
So I'm just saying this right now. If I have to play Mike again in the second round, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
I know, that would
If I have to play Mike, I'm gonna
I think everyone here.
We'll share the bullet. It has to go through my skull first. But yeah.
Opponent.
So
we're gonna have
his armies suck and his mean guy.
You know what? Can I explain to you what happened in the second turn last time we played? He went first, advanced in charge, literally 2/3 of his army, and deleted 2/3 of my army. And then Magnus killed like a tank, and I think my Scarabs killed like a set of possessed or something, and that was the game. Hi, babe.
Our game. I remember. I remember very little of our game, but I do remember that it ended on the first turn, basically, because I was like, charged your home field because of the pregame move and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my daughter to bed, but I'll be back.
Yeah, we have a post Juicecast Street Fighter thing going on tonight. So. Yeah.
Go next.
I don't. Yeah. What
I
do you?
want to.
What do you?
There's a few new names, a few new people, which is cool.
Really?
I don't recall ever seeing Emmanuel. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's been here.
Has he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't recognize the Discord
played,
tag 1917.
He played. I think he played CSN last time.
No, Marsh, you're talking about in the chat with Juicecast, right?
Yeah, 1917, which is Emmanuel Saccarelli.
Yeah.
I like his list because there's a lot of melee, and he's literally running all flamers.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna have, depending on the matchup, he's gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
And then Manuel always runs legit stuff, but I like that list because he has all the big demons, which is really cool.
Really cool list.
And they're really good, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
Tired of Adeptus Custodi talk. They suck. I'm probably gonna turn one Mike. Turn one kill him.
You killed 18 custodian guards on turn 1 when we played.
Yeah, and I still lost.
Yeah.
I was running three Baneblade variants and a knight, and he just walked across the battlefield and just killed me.
Trehan and 2 custodian guard killed a Baneblade.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's unfun.
It's like playing Dead Street Fighter.
You're gonna make Mental get in here and start
I know, he's
raging.
Say Honda,
He can sense you talking about Honda, yeah.
Which he's been beating you really bad.
Last night.
Well, my third
tonight,
is
you guys need to get fucked tonight by JP.
Okay, I see that.
I like the Flamer Sons, Manuel's, and then Mike's list is too good, regardless of pilot.
Yeah, I think the custodians are a little overtuned.
I also think Tim's gonna have a good day.
I don't know.
I can't ignore Imperial Knights.
I'm the most afraid of his list because I have no clue what any of that does, and it's a lot of high damage, and I don't like that.
He's gonna kill you because he can see everything.
Yeah. Well, not in the big L. I can hide from him in the big L.
Yeah.
But outside the big L, yeah.
And then he'll hand you that big L.
Yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, like I was saying, we have a few new people, which is cool. Anders, glad he joined today.
Yeah.
Filled in last second. I guess I was wrong about Manuel, but Shane, I remember him. I don't think he's in here. He was like, "What's BCP?" and like, "How do I do this?" I remember him from like 8th edition, and then he disappeared.
Oh, okay.
He was like one of my first opponents. And there was one other one. Anders. I don't know. Start using your guys' real names when you post stuff.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time following the damn.
That's half the fun though, is making you frustrated. Making it as hard as possible to run these events. That's what I tried to do.
I get people messaging me like, "Hey, did I pay you yet?" I'm like, "I don't know your name. Let me go to @ease where your name is tagged, and I have to figure out."
No, it is cool to have new people come out. I mean, we're just these tournaments we do are mostly for fun. I mean, some of us are more competitive players than others, but these are supposed to be fun events. And I think every event so far we've had a lot of fun. So I hope it keeps going.
Says the Custodes guy.
Says the Custodes.
Because there's a lot of us here. I don't know if we talked about it. We're going to be a little bit more strict on times as far as rounds go.
We didn't touch on that.
Basically, we'll give a 30-minute, we normally do hour warning. Hey, 45 minutes, 30, 10 minutes left. If you don't think you're going to finish in 10 minutes, tell myself, Mike, Luis. Once we hit time, we're going to come over, dice down. We'll as a group, me, you, and your opponent will evaluate the board, and then just score it out right then and there.
Similar
whatever's
to how they do
whatever's
it at
possible.
the GW events. don't know if you guys have been
Yeah.
to GW events. They have TOs come to the table and they like look at the board state and say, okay, well, draw your cards. What can you guys realistically score? Roll the dice if the dice matters, and then they score it out basically. Because we've gone over a bunch. I'm not naming any names, Jake, but we go over a lot on the rounds.
Hey.
And he's not playing Necrons this time, so I'm going to assume he's going to be off his game.
I've got like 6 units to move. It's fine.
Yeah, I think
All right,
I think Thousand Suns are less complicated than Necrons now.
Well, he's doing Grey Knights.
Oh yeah, Grey Knights.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna just try to end it that way. So like, if we get close to time, we're just saying it now. We're gonna help you talk out the game. Basically, we're gonna go over there. It's probably not gonna be just one of us, probably a couple of us, and we'll help you talk out the game and wrap it up. But yeah, no, we're looking forward to a fun event. Hopefully, I still have a garage after tomorrow to play in. Assuming that's the case, I'll see you guys next Saturday.
Real quick, do any of you guys have any random questions that didn't get asked in chat, or comments about why custodes suck, and any rule clarifications that you want us to Google and see how everybody else did it first?
If you don't have one now, post it in chat so we can just we'll resolve it.
I've been talking with myself muted. That's so funny.
He's like, why don't they fucking answer me?
I'm like, wow, these guys just keep talking to me. I don't care. So you know how last time we were talking about Angron's choose one ability?
Mm-hmm.
Can he still do it off the board, with other stuff like
I believe so.
the lion and everything else?
I believe so. Yeah.
Cool.
Let me look how it's worded.
Because it just says in the fight phase, I think.
Yeah, it's the same. I think it's like
at the start of your charge phase, select one Wrathful Presence ability. Is that the one?
Yeah, the Wrathful Presence.
Isn't there some rulings about abilities and off-board?
So, I know for, the captain, you can't use his free stratagem CP, because that's, using an ability, but this is just choosing an aura.
So, we can double check the exact wording, but I think it says units and reserves can use abilities. But there's some abilities like the captains that specify when this model is on the table.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, Bellicor could make his 6-inch aura of shadow while he's in Deep Strike, and then Deep Strike down, and have that ability. I think.
Yeah, a lot of the Supreme Commanders can choose their option before coming out of strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I understand it.
Cool.
Now, I guess kind of off of that, we talked about the teleport abilities that don't specify going into reserves. Does that mean whenever you go off with those abilities, you can't use them because you're not technically in reserves?
No, you can't. So, for example, the Calidus Assassin ability says at the end of your opponent's turn, you can pick him up and put him down in your movement phase. You can do that on turn 1 because it doesn't say you're putting it in Strat Reserve or Deep Strike.
Well, I mean, yes, we can do it on turn 1, but can the Calidus say Vect something after, if she's off the board? Because she's not in reserves, and she's off the board.
Ooh, that's actually a good question.
I think you can, but I will double check.
Yeah, because I know for Grey Knights that matters because we get Terminators back in the command phase and we teleport like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wasn't there a post about you can't regen units if they're not on the board?
I saw something about that. That one didn't make as much sense to me though. I saw that back at the start of 10th.
Because I think that one I think applied to Necrons. As far as reanimation, you can't protocols off the board. They have to be on the board because they have to be set up in coherency. And if Necrons aren't on the board, you can't be in coherency. So I don't know if
I made a note in our admin chat to look it up.
Yeah.
So we'll look it up. All right, we have any other rules? Kurt's the only man drinking a juice right now.
I was about to complain that no one
has
a juice.
I have a Tower X.
Where's Mental?
I don't know. Oh, you can't see because my screen's so bright. I have a Tower X West Coast IPA from Carl Strauss. It's pretty good.
Mental's
It's
like
not a
making
juice.
weird
You
noodles
name
or
this
something.
Juicecast. You have a Voodoo Ranger Juice Force on your fucking stream, and you have no juice.
So in my defense,
they sell them right down the street from you. No, there's no defense. You shut up right
I
there.
do have a
My
defense.
defense.
So in my
Please.
defense, I saved a single juice from last night. I left it in my fridge. I was going to drink it during the cast today. Then my wife came home this morning and drank it. And she doesn't even like Juice Force. And she drank my Juice
She
Force.
needs to appreciate the power of the juice, then.
She does.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, she
it's still your
appreciated
fault.
it.
I'll take a note from her, and it is still your fault.
Yeah, that's fine. It's always my fault. I know better by now. I'm gonna close the stream though, but I'm gonna hang out in Discord for a while. So, yeah.
You gonna be You gonna stream Street Fighter?
I can.
Do it, dude. So we can just talk shit about your trash Honda.
Okay, I have to.
Yeah, stupid Honda.
Yeah, I could do
I heard DJ's a pretty cheesy character too.
Yeah,
dude, I can't touch DJ.
I
can't tell. You're so fast. I can't do anything versus them.
the other character I play? Marisa, and she's bullshit too.
Yeah, also garbage. She's bad.
Yeah.
Just autoplay. If you want to win, just play Marisa.
Yeah. All right. I don't even know what Isaac's barking at.
Everyone's like, fuck out.
We still got
you didn't kill the stream yet. You're still streaming, Mike.
I'm gonna just keep it going. Street Fighter is gonna be part of the stream now.
Are you gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think I can.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna move for that. I gotta go use my rig for Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
Your stream is very delayed.
Is it?
Yeah, it was.
So what's the best way of like doing matches in Street Fighter like this? You just
You can make lobbies.
Is there a lobby? Do you have to go into? Because I haven't done it. Do you do that just in the middle mode? I forget what it's called.
I don't know.
You do it in the purple mode.
Yeah, I can invite to the lobby too. I'll do that.
Yeah, you just create a custom room under Street Fighting Ground.
That's what it is. Fighting
Grounds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go switch to the living room computer where I can have some 4K Street Fighter going.
Hey, did you get that Xbox controller, by the way?
No, dude. I went to Target and I was like, oh, there's a lot of people in the parking lot. Then I walked in and there was like a line going to the back of the store, and I turned around and I went home.
What the hell?
Everyone's panic buying.
For a minute, and I'll be right back. I gotta put my kids to bed.
Yeah, everyone's getting water for the storm. And
yeah.
Shit, yeah, everyone's like freaking out.
Yeah.